So I'm prepping for my farm stand, and we're going to do some cheddar and jalapeno. I'm going to actually add that into my stretch and folds today. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started. We're also going to do a rosemary and garlic. So I'm going to use minced garlic and some rosemary leaves. And I'm going to add that into my stretch and folds too. So I am just prepping because I need to be able to make some loaves of bread for my farm stand this week. So I want 2 that are going to be a mixed dough and then 2 that are going to be regular doughs. These doughs are regular. So I'm just going to do my first stretch and folds on my regular doughs to get them out of the way. I've already mixed up my recipe and let it sit for an hour. I always let my dough sit for an hour. And I'm going to add my jalapenos. And a lot of times I've even added my jalapenos after, when I'm doing my folds, which I know you guys have seen me do, is my stretch and folds. But this time I'm going to be adding it, not my stretch and folds, I'm so sorry. I'm going to be adding it during my stretch and folds now, but you guys have seen me adding it when I'm shaping the dough. But this time I'm doing this. I use these pickled ones for now, but I have also used fresh ones. I do not taste a difference myself when I eat it, and my customers do not seem to mind. So now that I've got some jalapenos in there, I'm going to go ahead and get some cheddar shredded up on here, and I'm going to shred that into my bowl. And then we're going to just do our stretch and folds. Okay. So now that we've got our cheese and our jalapenos in here, I'm going to take my dough and I'm going to do my stretch and folds. And I'm going to stretch and fold the jalapeno and cheddar inside of my dough. I always start with a clean space too. I'm just going to work it into my dough. And this one, I'm probably going to do a couple more stretch and folds than what I would normally do. Just getting it worked into there. It's going to be a little bit more messy. And I just pick it up, stretch it, and fold it into there. So that's what my dough looks like right now. That is my first one. I'll come back in an hour. Not an hour, sorry, 30 minutes. Oh my gosh. And redo my stretch and folds with these. But I'm going to wash my hands because I do not want my rosemary and garlic to taste anything like cheese and jalapeno sauce. In my minced garlic, you can use fresh garlic and roast it if you want. I've done that, but I prefer using minced garlic. It makes making bread a lot easier than having to worry about roasting it. And now I'm going to add in some rosemary leaves. And we're just going to stretch and fold it into there. This one always smells like garlic bread. I love it. It's one of my favorites because I love garlic bread. And this makes amazing garlic bread slices. Just saying. And again, I'm just doing a couple of these stretch and folds into my dough. And then I'll come back in 30 minutes and do more. But we're just trying to work it into that dough first setting. So that's the first one. Pop this over. And then I will be back in 30 minutes to do more of these. But I was just showing you guys how I do my inclusions. This is one way that I do them. Another way that you can do it is when you've got your bread out for shaping. You can put it out that way, fold it, put it that way, fold it, shape your bread. I've also done it that way.